What's going on, everyone? So we got another potential casting hire and update. We don't know who's going to play this character, but this is a character that has been kind of rumored for a while now, a stage director, and it looks like we got a little more details, a little more information on that character of the stage director. Always keep this stuff in mind. Grain of salt. Don't take it for, oh, this is accurate until it comes from the studio. Nothing is 100%, but there is this general consensus that we've heard from multiple places that this is actually going to be a character and going to play a role. So here it is. So from Critical Overlord, many of you may be familiar with him. There is allegedly a stage director who is rude to his students and didn't want to take the job. Also, the drama students are working on a play that is a callback to Scream 4. So I think that's very interesting, that, you're going to have some type of callback. Is like Jill going to be involved? Like, how are they going to approach that? Is Sydney's daughter going to be in that, right? Like, how is that going to be an approach? But to have the stage director, right, kind of feels like it's just Ghostface fodder at some point. I don't think it's going to be, I mean, it could be, you never know. It could also be always be the killer. But kind of sounds like, like the principal, the random teacher, the janitor, whatever, like one of those characters that just ends up dying, is just obnoxious, rude. You just can't wait for them to meet the knife of Ghostface, right? Like, it's what you're waiting on the whole movie. It's kind of what it feels like with the stage director, that's going to be the case, that this is just going to be a character that we all despise, and we're just like, yeah, get rid of this guy, and then ultimately he'll meet his demise. Now, obviously, this isn't like a character of significance, or at least I don't believe it is. Obviously, we're just going off of the information we have, and I'm just giving my thoughts and opinions on it, which I also want to hear yours, so let me know yours down in the comments. But chances are it's probably going to be a small role, small character. It would be kind of funny to get, someone of resemblance, right? Somebody that, like, we're familiar with, somebody that, like, oh, hey, that's, that's this actor, or that's that actor, or whatever, and, we're just like, oh, hey, that's some familiarity, right? I always like when they have, like, the random familiar guy that is there. But I hope that there is some creativity with the character, right? I hope that it's something where, you add this character, there's a bit of a, like, red hair, like, okay, is he, like, maybe he's, like, a little creepy, maybe he's a little weird, right? He's kind of rude, disrespectful. You know who I'd love that just popped in my head when I was talking about, like, having somebody familiar? I would love, what is it, Paul Gleason? Is that his name? He was in, like, Not Another Teen Movie, like The Breakfast Club. He was, like, the principal and stuff like that. You mess with the bull, you get the horns type guy. Like, that would be great. I would love that as, like, the teacher. It sounds like it's going to be somebody younger, like it's going to be, somebody probably in, like, the 30s or something like that. But man, like, that would be a nice little callback. That'd be a nice little, like, kind of, like, for those that know, like, stuff like that I think would be a lot of fun. But nonetheless, right, like, there's going to be this play. I imagine Sydney's daughter or at least her friends are going to be involved in this. Now, would it be a little weird if, there's, like, this this, like, Jill storyline or something, right? Because you got to remember, Scream, like the Stab films and all that stuff, they're, like, huge in the world of Scream, right? In the Scream universe, right? Like, it's like the biggest thing that there is. So, it makes sense that they would do these plays and reenactments and tell stories and turn, all the Stab movies and stuff like that into, these great, like, Shakespearean. Is it like a Stab play, right? Like Stab the musical, right? Like, that could be kind of interesting. Also, it could be kind of meta, like with, like, Wicked and stuff that just came out, right? Like, it'd be a nice little kind of nod to that. And, like, you could do, like, little fun things, have, like, the little meta element, little meta aspect sprinkled into it. Are we going to have, like, a Scream 2 type thing? Where, like, maybe Ghostface shows up, and what if Ghostface actually kills somebody or takes somebody out? And, like, imagine if, like, during the middle of the play, right? Because it's like a stab play. You have a scene where, one of the characters is there and is supposed to be attacked by Ghostface, Ghostface shows up. They think it's just one of the actors just playing the role, having fun. And then it's not. And like, what if we get like a Scream 2 opening type thing, right? I don't want it to necessarily be the opening scene, but just like, remember how Jada Pinkett Smith, Maureen Evans, she ends up getting killed in front of everybody and they all thought it was a publicity stunt. What if everyone thinks it's part of the show, right? And everyone thinks like, oh, like, man, she is a great actor, right? Like, you could have kind of like a nice little callback to the opening of Scream 2, but then also have like another callback to just Sydney when she was doing the play. Right. And so you kind of have these like two sort of parallels, these two different like connections and ties. Like, I think that could be something very cool. I think that could be something kind of creative, especially with these last two Scream movies, loving to have all these callbacks and all these connections to past Scream movies and stuff. It'd be nice to kind of have some type of connection, some type of tie-in. Like, that would be really cool. But nonetheless, right, like at the end of the day, right, like whoever this character is, whatever he plays, obviously we need just good acting, good execution. Got to have somebody that's believable to just be an a-hole. I don't think that this stage director or anything, I don't think he's going to be anyone of importance, but it could be cool. Kind of like, like he shows up, he took the job, he doesn't want the job, but he's got to kind of play nice, right? He's got to kind of show face and so no one knows, right? So he can get close to some of these characters and stuff and then flip the script and end up taking them out, something like that, so maybe it's something where I hope it's not, like, my concern with it is that if he's not a significant character and then he just appears to be Ghostface at the end, right? We've seen Scream try to do it in Scream 2 and 3, and I just wasn't a fan of it, where you get to the end and it's like, Mickey's the killer, and it's like, wait, we haven't seen Mickey, like, since the last, like, hour and a half, right? And then especially in Scream 3, like, with Roman, where it's like the execution was so bad. Like, Roman had to literally explain everything for, like, 10 minutes of dialogue just to, like, have everyone understand, because it was just like, wait, like, who is this guy again, right? Because, like, he was hardly in the movie, and then you had the reveal at the end. Right? I hope that that's not the case. I hope that they don't do that, right? I'd rather it kind of just be like, here's the director, and then he ends up meeting his end in it, right? And he just dies, and then it's like, oh, well, sorry. And all of us are just happy that he met his end because he was just an a-hole, right? I prefer that they go that route, personally, but overall, I am excited. I am excited to see kind of how this plays out, what this character does and the meaning of this character, and if there is any significance, or if it is just kind of the a-hole that dies, that we all just can't wait to see die, and then, 30 minutes into the film, he dies, and it's just like, all right, perfect. Now let's move on. But, could he be Ghostface? Could he be the killer? Could he be something? I don't know. Time will tell. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you want this character to have any significance? How do you think? Nah, like, it's just, it's a throwaway character. Let it be a throwaway character. Somebody that just meets their end at the hands of Ghostface. And just leave it at that. You don't need to do anything crazy, nothing too, creative or anything. Would you like a nice little callback? Scream 2, like I said, have Ghostface maybe kill one of the actors, one of the characters in the play, and everyone just thinks that it's part of the show, but really it's not. Really, they died, and Ghostface kind of gets in, gets out type thing, and now everyone's just shocked and like, oh, how did that happen? And it's just, I think that'd be kind of like a cool little thing, because especially if you're doing like a stab play or something like that, if it is some callback to Scream 4, having people dressed up as Ghostface comes in, like, no one's going to think anything of it. No one's going to be like, oh, wow, I didn't see that coming. And then Ghostface, it's actually the real Ghostface. Ghostface actually kills them and takes them out. I think that could be pretty cool. But anyway, again, I feel whatever your thoughts are. I'd love to hear it, so let me know either way down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.